Assalamu alaikum, Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, if we are not socializing with people a lot, but we spend a lot of time on social media, watching videos, reading comments of people, how can we protect ourselves from people?
You have to be careful of the social media because it's like being in a social group. You're taking the energy of these people, taking the nervousness of these people, causing distress and anxiety within the hearts of people. All sorts of known psychological effects are occurring. So this is not only spiritual talk. Excuse me. Proven now by doctors that the frequency of these images, the content of what's being put out is causing distress and duress within people, anxiety within people, which is exactly what shaitan meant to do. So you have to be very careful, thinking we're not socializing at the mall but the mall has come onto the phone. And if you used to look at 10 shops walking up and down the mall and mixed with all these different people, in about half an hour you can see 500 shops on social media. And their anxieties, their fake news, their events, their this, their that, and by the end you come out distressed. And this is purposeful of what shaitan wants to do to the hearts of people. The more your heart can become distressed, the less you have an ability to connect. So what we described of the fasting with the energies and tasting is the answer for everything. That's like the previous question, what am I going to experience? There's no what are you going to experience, like you're going to get a grapefruit and an apple if you meditate. You're going to experience the opening of all your senses. What is that? You'll know once you open the senses. So if your senses are occupied with a plate from this world, a dinner, a reality from this world, then you're not taking the substance or sustenance from the heavenly, and that's all the shaitan wants, is to make you full on garbage so that you don't seek your heavenly table and the heavenly realities. How can somebody meditate if they're sitting there and looking at social media and becoming anxious, nervous? As soon as they close their eyes all these images are still in their heart and they're breaking their connections, and people begin to drift away, drift away, drift away. And that's what the shaitan wants, he wants to cut the line for people. So these are what's happening on this earth. Take a look at everywhere around the earth and you'll see that every attempt is to cut people away from their spiritual connection. So that's why they're teaching, be careful, keep your connection, keep a time in which to meditate, listen to the nasheeds, listen to salawats, listen to dalal khairat, listen to the goodness of Holy Qur'an and listen to goodness and good things. Then go out with the time you have and do good things, charitable actions, charitable projects, and then support good things so that your life is based on support. So the amount of people's support is the amount of najat and salvation that they receive. So those whom support with their life, their activities, their time, they receive immense amounts of mercy from Allah's Divinely Presence. Those whom limit their support, their time, their effort, they receive much of the distress of dunya. So it's like a formula that it almost seems obvious but people don't seem to understand. People they work a lot and they do very little in Allah's way, not either with money nor time, and they find themselves with huge problems. Did it ever occur to you that if you put all your effort on dunya, it comes with a huge difficulty from dunya? And those whom they put their efforts with dunya but they put a huge effort on their akhirah, They give from their time, their wealth, their ability, their knowledges. As a result of that, Allah makes the difficulties of their life small in proportion to what they gave of themselves, their time, their efforts and their ability. It's a Qur'anic formula. So people whom they work hard only for themselves, they seem to have a lot of problems. And they think they give a little and the problem goes away, but it's in proportion to what you earned. So those whom earn a lot, they give a lot. Those whom earn a lot or don't earn a lot but they serve a lot. They put their time, قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Means they give from their time, their efforts, their every ability they're doing in the way of Allah. That is exactly zaki, that's what's cleaning them from their dunya difficulties. So their dunya difficulties are small, and that becomes the secret of this existence in our realities. That's why the shaykhs are asking people that support, give your time, put out articles. I mean there's so many ways for people to be active. Put out articles. Now our guys mashaAllah immense achievement. You know these Nasheed reciters, they would put out one record in 2 years. These people have put out 20 tracks and 20 videos and just drive people crazy. So alhamdulillah, this is what happens when these people, and they all have jobs, they all have work, but they stay up all night long doing these things so that this can go out in Ramadan and propagate. So everything proportionate, that from what Allah gave to you of your skill and your ability, that has to be proportionately served in the Muhammadan kingdom. And as a result that lessens the difficulty that dunya will inflict upon you, inshaAllah.